Um, yeah, class action lawsuits are effective in providing a small amount of compensation to the people affected, but it's really of no consequence to the industries involved, the actual companies involved. So as of right now, that's a pretty ineffective method of dealing with, or an ineffective method for the people to be able to see any result. We could try new regulations, but it seems that every time a new regulation, like the Glass-Steagall Act with the financial industry, every time we get something like that passed that could be effective, the next incoming president or group of senators or whatever overturns it before it really has any beneficial effect at all. We could try protests, but again, like up in North Dakota with the water protectors, we saw that they are completely willing to sick dogs on protesters. They're completely willing to spray them with fire hoses in freezing weather, and basically treat them inhumanly, and then arrest you. So that we can't say that protests in America are effective because protesters are essentially criminalized. So it's a really effective way of preventing people from protesting the things that are affecting them. One thing that we haven't tried that I'm a proponent of is non-participation. Because you give power to what you pay attention to. I'm of the mind that basically our country is run by psychopaths, and these people are in the government, local and federal, state government. These people run corporations, and they meet regularly to develop policies and procedures with no regard for how we feel or how it'll affect the people. And they have the power because we give our attention to them. It's not just that this is the way that it is and the way that it always will be because this is the way that it should be. It's the way that everyone who is alive right now remembers it always being. And so it just keeps continuing. But we can decide what we want to participate in. Do we want to participate in alternative energy and new technologies, or do we want to participate in corrupt energy companies? Do we want to participate in self-education and developing mass next-level education solutions, or do we want to participate in binging Netflix? Do we want to invest in community, or do we want to continue to keep fearing our neighbors? And do we want to raise a better generation coming up than the one that came before? Or do we want to keep passing on old, ineffective programming from earlier generations?